Hey everybody, it's Maria Brophy, and if you ever wondered how some artists can afford to live like rock stars, you're gonna wanna listen to this video today. I'm gonna tell you how this one painting has made Drew Brophy over $500,000 and almost hit the $1 million mark. And it's not as complicated as you would think. I'm gonna tell you how we did it. And I want you to be able to see yourself doing the same thing because you can. It's doable. So just stick around, listen up, take notes, and while you're at it, open your mind to the new possibilities that I am planting in your brain today. After this video, you are going to have a light bulb moment. I promise you. Before I go on, I want you to hit the subscribe button and hey, click the like while you're down there. Now, this is really important. Some of you people that watch these videos that I lovingly make for you get a little snobby about the artwork. They say, oh, well, that art's not that great or whatever. They get all judgy. Well, let me tell you, that's the whole point of why I do these videos and why I coach artists and why I write books about this stuff, because I want you to understand you do not have to be Michelangelo or Picasso or anything great. You just have to be able to create art that enough people like, that you can then make a living from it. That's it. You don't have to be a genius. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to tell you how an artist, Drew Brophy, my husband, who never went to art school, graduated high school, that was it, uneducated by the fine art world, how he has been consistently able to make money off of his images over and over and over again and live like a rock star for the last 20 years. The man travels the world surfing big waves. Sometimes he is on a trip on an island for a month at a time. I mean, that is the lifestyle that he designed. And this art is what gave him and me that lifestyle. So this painting right here, and by the way, this is not the painting because the painting sold. This is a print. But this piece of art called Sunrise was painted 20 years ago in 2006. Now I'm going to tell you the story about this little painting because this painting is what has made us close to $1 million. And when we're dead and gone, our son will still be making money off of this because he inherits all of this. Let me take you back in time to 2006 when Drew first painted Sunrise. Now, he painted it after a trip to South Africa. He surfed, and this painting actually captures a morning that he spent on the beach, and it captures a moment. And that moment was very special to him. Well, what's really interesting is this painting was one of the few that he had in a gallery in Corona del Mar, California. And we had it framed in a beautiful frame. It sold rather quickly, and it sold for $4,500. But there was one thing we did before we took that painting to the gallery, and it was the smartest thing we did. And I want you to take notes on this. First of all, Drew made sure that he owned the copyrights to this artwork, which means he didn't sign the copyrights away to anybody else. We actually filed the copyrights through the United States Copyright.gov offices. But the other thing we did was we got a high-res image of this artwork. Crucial, even though we had no idea this was going to be one of his hit songs. And this is what I want you to really get, okay? Out of 20, 30, 40 of your pieces of art, you have no way of knowing if it's going to be a giant hit. How could you know? You don't have a crystal ball. You could guess. But a lot of times your favorite art isn't the public's favorite. And sometimes the the artwork that you do that you like the least, the public loves it the most. It's really hard to guess. So you have to plan for every painting of yours to be a hit song, knowing that not every single one of them will be a hit song. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if it's a hit song, if it's a piece of art that a lot of people really, really love, you can make a lot of money off of it. And I'm going to tell you how Drew Brophy has made over $500,000. We're inching up to the $1 million mark with this piece of art. So after the original sold in 2006, we knew people loved it. Now, back then, we didn't have the printing processes that we have today. So what we did was we made 1,000 of these lithograph prints. And yeah, these actually are left over from that print run 20 years ago. Isn't that funny that I still have these? And you want to know what's even funnier? Like, we've made so much money off of just these lithograph prints, and they're almost all gone. And I sell these for $60 out of the gallery. They're not even on the website, because on the website, we sell different prints that are drop shipped. I'm getting off track here. So we started selling these. This was so popular that then we started making t-shirts and hats and skateboard decks. But where the real money started to roll in, the real money, was licensing this image to other companies for their products. So we have t-shirts with other companies' logos with the art. We call that a logo drop and co-branding. We have hats, we have blankets, towels, skateboard decks, like so many products, I can't even remember them all. Well over 50 products over the years of that other companies were making and selling and then paying us a royalty on it. The only thing we haven't done with this art yet that I really want to do, puzzles, but that's next on our list. I want you to think of all your artwork as possible $1 million baby. Okay, I want you to do that. I want you to treat every single one as if they're going to go on to be super popular. And why? Because the only way you can really, really, really make money in art is to scale high volume sales. So one of the biggest ways we make money off of this little baby here is we do advertising on Facebook and Instagram, and we sell a ton of these prints. And you know how much these sell for? $650. And we also have a bigger size that sells for $1,100. We sell them all day long because it's a popular image. We've scaled it. So if you think back to that original painting that sold in 2006, and Drew got paid $4,500 for it, and actually the gallery got $4,500. Drew got, let's see, what's half of that? $2,250. So that's actually what he made off of it, $2,250. If we didn't do any of this, if we hadn't captured the image, can you imagine? We would be almost $1 million poorer right now. And that's the mistake so many artists make. Don't make that mistake, my friend. Don't make that mistake. I'm rooting for you. I know that you can figure out this art thing. I know you can. I'm your cheerleader. Here's what you do, okay? When you finish a piece of art, I don't care if it's a commission for someone else. I don't care what it is. I want you to get a high-res image of that. I want you to get a high-res image so you can make prints of it, or so you can do whatever you need to do with it in the future. I want you to also keep the copyrights. And if you have a feeling it's going to be this big, then I want you to file the copyrights as well. But don't get hung up on the filing of copyrights. I don't want to Don't get hung up on that. Look, you own the copyrights from the moment you create it, as long as you didn't sign the rights away to somebody else. Okay, so I want you to keep your rights. I want you to get a high-res image before you sell the art, before it leaves your possession, before it goes to a gallery. All right? Drop me a comment, my friends. Did this kind of light a fire under your booty? Did it give you a little bit more to think about? Was your brain just firing with ideas? Let me know. And also, let me know if you disagree with what I do. And I don't even care, because you know what? My bank account is pretty happy, so you can't hurt me. But please entertain me. Tell me why this is a bad idea. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you next time.